Welcome to our channel, the channel for the latest news and secret stories about Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales and her royal family. Today we bring you breaking news. Princess Catherine accidentally revealed the lovely moment of Prince William in the past Christmas party, an embarrassing moment where Prince William sings with Taylor Swift and Jon Bon Jovi. During a recent talk with volunteers, Princess Catherine accidentally mentioned Prince William's adorable embarrassing story. It was in 2013 when Buckingham Palace held a charity programme and invited famous guests, Prince and Princess Catherine, 31 years old. When Princess Catherine mentioned this story, the prince smiled brightly and was a little embarrassed. The prince began to recall and told them about this memory. Even the British royal family have humiliating moments they hoped they and the public could erase, he claimed. And in my case, it was the time I made the somewhat uncommon decision to join Taylor Swift and Jon Bon Jovi on stage to perform. The King joined the two artists on stage to perform a performance of Jon Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer during a Centrepoint charity event hosted at Kensington Palace in 2013. 12 years later, he admitted that the incident still makes him cringe. The Prince of Wales reminisced, so about it has to be nearly 12 years ago now. I literally cannot believe I'm essentially telling this tale. In a Christmas edition of Apple Plus's Time and Walk series, I attended a charity banquet to raise money for Centrepoint, a new homeless organisation that I like and have long supported. It's an annual fundraising event, and when I show up, Jon Bon Jovi and Taylor Swift are there, which almost knocked me down. That's it, I imagined as I sat down to listen to Jon Bon Jovi play, the man continued. My work is over. I'll get some food in a moment, and I might be able to talk to a few individuals because I'm a little bit off duty right now. I had no idea what would occur after that. Next to Taylor Swift I'm seated, on my left she is. She turns to me when John finishes his first song after a little gap. "Come on, William," she says as she places her hand on my arm and looks me throughout the eye. "Come on, let's sing." To the royal's great astonishment, he complied. William said, "I still don't understand what went over me that day. In all honesty, I still cringe at what happened next and wonder why I caved. However, if Taylor Swift touches your arm, looks you in the eye and says, 'Come with me,' I'll be honest, I sprang to my feet like a dog and said, 'Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I'll stick with you.'" I entered the stage while in a trance, and about midway through Jon Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, I began to realise that I didn't even know the lyrics. Am I standing here on stage singing Living on a Prayer? I asked myself. William uttered, "But the young people from Centrepoint were there, applauding enthusiastically and loving it. I reasoned that if I were there having fun, then the night is for them, so screw it. I can't be the idiot who ruins everything for everybody." I thus make a valiant effort to recall some of the words while singing as loudly as I can. There was a lot of perspiration going on under my black tie. I was attempting to maintain my composure on the outside, but within, my little legs were paddling quickly. The prince said, "When I make speeches and something like that, I've performed so many now. They're not an issue. You would suppose, given his extremely prominent position, that he would at least be ease on stage, no matter the circumstances. But my singing isn't over yet. You sometimes have to get out of your comfort zone. But I believe we've reached that point in my life when we do micromanage ourselves. How do we appear on social media is something we worry about. Who made what remarks about me? What do I have on? Despite all the demands, I believe it's acceptable to make a fool of yourself. It's acceptable to not take oneself too seriously and to occasionally let go and exclaim, 'Do you know what? I'm cool with it.'" Finally, William said, "So yes, have a laugh. Don't go see my singing video either, or go ahead and watch it while quietly giggling about how I was feeling." Returning to the princess's tale, the princess was moved to tears and laughed as she listened to the prince narrate the volunteers' narrative. She remarked that it was a really proud moment for her. She also expresses her affection for William at the same moment. "I was quite anxious when William went on stage," she said. "William, who I knew from college, wasn't very talented in music. However, William really gave a pretty strong performance when the music started. You never know. If it weren't for royal regulations, I may genuinely be bouncing about. I gave him a bear hug and a kiss. After making this kind of disclosure about her spouse, the father of her 3 children, Charlotte, Louis and George, the princess chuckled a lot. Turn to YouTube and listen to the songs Prince William sang at the Christmas celebration that year if you've forgotten about these great moments. Here are some kind words Prince and Princess Catherine's admirers have spoken about seeing those nice moments. This is the perfect way for Jon Bon Jovi to sing, lower price and lovely. Although we are aware that it is difficult to achieve those high notes as we age, we still want to hear our idols sing. I wish all of my idols would conduct a more laid-back interview like this one, during which they may provide details about the song, their past, present and future. I mean, let's begin taking people on tours in smaller settings. The prince was raised by a wonderful mother who instilled in him early values like elegance, respect, humility, and, of course, humility as a result. I have no doubt that he will lead with his brilliance in a completely new way. It was amazing to see my 3 favourite performers together on stage. I was exposed to Bon Jovi music while I was growing up and saw music videos on VHS tapes. My biggest childhood infatuation at the time was Prince William. Taylor Swift followed, and I appreciate her and her music no matter what happened to her. This is really gorgeous. Prince William's skill, boldness and willingness made me think so much of his mother. This video completely reminds me of the late Princess Diana dancing in the White House in the 1980s with actor John Travolta. Both videos serve as a reminder that they are genuine, down-to-earth individuals who, most likely, sing and dance in the shower. Wait a second, unless I'm incorrect, this letter is addressed to a real princess. I'm practically dumbfounded. So let's get started. What a treat to perform with Bon Jovi. Wonderful sounding. This was fantastic. Going home, she exclaims. Wow, I just sung with Prince William. He exclaims as he returns home. I recently performed with Taylor Swift. He's so like Diana, only royal I've ever liked. Classic Bon Jovi song being performed by 3 classic people on one stage. Such delight! I appreciate you sharing this. I wish I could have been there. The sight of them singing in unison made me squeal. It was absolutely beautiful. And when Taylor Swift took over to prompt William, I adored Bon Jovi's grin. Beautiful, the whole trio. We appreciate you seeing this video. What do you think of this touching Prince William memory? Don't forget to share your thoughts with us. Goodbye for the moment and see you in the following video.